Yo YouTube, what's going on, you absolute legend? It is your boy again, and today I'm bringing you another tutorial, advice, tips, fastest routes kind of video in order to do your missions effectively and fastly. But of course guys, before we get into that, thank you all so much for the support lately. You guys have been smashing it. It would mean a lot to me guys if you would hit that subscriber button and turn on the bell. Because as you can see right now, only 5% of the people watching my video are actually subscribed to the channel. So let's change that. I appreciate you. Everything XERA, tutorials, montages, just a lot of exciting XERA content always coming on the channel, at least one video a week. So please do those things, it'd mean a lot. Leave a like down below, leave a comment on what you want me to cover, anything like that. I'd greatly appreciate it, alright guys? So let's get into leveling, doing your missions effectively and fastly. And before I do get into the missions, of course guys, I'm just going to state the obvious. When on your missions, when you do a mission, make sure you are, if you're on a GI server, make sure you're in your settlement when you're claiming your rewards. If you're on a no stash, make sure you're in your base safe when you claim your rewards, because let's be honest, nobody wants to claim one VSS, one L9 and one SVD in the middle of nowhere and end up getting killed on the way back to the base. Alright guys, so just bear that in mind. That is the obvious. Be in a safe place when claiming your big rewards. Alright guys, so starting, I'm not gonna do these in mission specific order. I'm just gonna do these in the categories on what type of missions you might need help with. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with the buying and selling missions. Then we're gonna go into the looting missions. Then we're going to go into the killing missions. Alright guys, whether it's PvP, PvE, I'm just going to go in those categories and cover the most asked questions about certain missions and the fastest way to do them. Alright guys, so let's start with buying and selling missions. Now guys, early on, your early buying and selling missions, medkits are going to give you a bunch of money. Obviously, you know the guys in the safe zone, Marquet for the market. Little meme there, little Easter egg. I don't know if you guys, clicked onto that, but that's why his name is Marquet or Marquet, because it's a market. You get it. But anyway, guys, early on, medkits are going to be giving you 200 to 250, so that's going to pretty much nail your first quest out pretty quick. Silver bars, gold bars from mining, sticking them in your furnace after you get the ore from the rocks. Those are going to give you a bunch of money as well, so even further on, that is going to be a good one. Silver bars, your gold bars, alright? And also guys, just a few little things that you might want to know when selling. If I sell my helmet right now, you'll see a level bonus. The higher level you are, the more money you get, alright? And also, if I'm going to be getting more for this helmet right here, because Marquet is selling the helmet also. So bear that in mind whenever you're selling and you want more money and you're trying to get those quests done. If Marquet is selling the item over here, you will be getting more money for selling it. Alright, so he's going to be paying more because he's also selling it. So if you've got to sell a scar and he's selling a scar as well, he'll be paying more for the scar that you sell because he's also selling it. So that's just something to bear in mind. Alright guys, that's going to be your buying and selling, just a few little tips on that. Nice quick one. And now guys, going into your selling specific weapon missions. Alright guys, so most rewards from your missions are going to kind of line it up and make it easier for you, whether it's on the same page or the page after. So most mission rewards, so let's say for example, you've got to sell 3 Scar Ls. Prior to that mission, you would have got at least 2 Scar Ls. So in order to be doing those selling missions, those selling the specific weapon missions faster, I will say to you guys is just keep those items from your missions in GI, keep them in your base. Do not run out and use them to PvP straight away if you want to get these missions done fast. So in other words, just keep everything you get from rewards, because no doubt in a page or two, you're going to end up getting a quest. That's a mission that's going to be sell 3 of those weapons that you've already got. And if you've lost them, then you're going to have to do more grinding to try and find those weapons again. Whereas the missions will kind of line you up, right? At least by one away. Right, so let's say I got 2 VSSs in this page, and for example, on the next page, there was a mission, sell 3 SSs, right? I would have already had 2. But if I've lost them, you get the idea, alright? So just kind of keep all the weapons and stuff safe for now if you are focusing on doing your missions, because it will come very handy for when you've got to sell those weapons to Mark Quest. Alright, guys? And now, just the last one for the buying and selling is... I had to ask this question to the devs when I came to this mission last season, and it's your... You'll have a mission to sell a USB stick, right? You guys have probably been there. You probably, you know, some might have made this mistake. Just bear in mind, guys, it is a USB, a civilian data USB stick. It's not the crafted civilian bunker keycard. You have to sell the USB stick. And prior to that mission, guys, you're going to get a lot of USBs in your missions. So keep at least one in your GI or in your base safe for when that mission arrives. Alright, guys? But as far as buying and selling goes, it's pretty self-explanatory, you know what I mean? If you've got to spend, you know, 10k, you'll just go in, you'll spend 10k. You've got to spend 75k, you'll come in and buy a SCAR, an MTB, or whatever it is. Buying's very self-explanatory. Just get some stuff you need. Like, I think I bought like 30 bag MREs, because you always need those. You know what I mean? But as far as the selling, you know, your gold bars, your silver bars, med kits, obviously high tier weapons, you're going to get that done and banged out straight away. Alright, guys, so there's your buying and selling, just little tips and advice to make it easier for you, whether you're further on in the missions or at the very start. Okay, so let's get into the looting missions. Alright, guys, now these, like, what I'm about to go through is just going to be, like, you know, the best places, routes, tips, you know, just to get you looting specific items and so forth. Missions done faster. Alright, guys, so let's start off with looting food and water items. Pretty much every place you go to, guys, whether it's Melrose, Arrowtown, Bakesville, Hedgewood, Mountain View, Henderson, you get the idea. They're all going to have similar areas, and all the kind of shops are going to be on the same street. You're going to have like a shop area, you know, you're going to have like your, in the middle where your hospital, police station is and stuff, housing districts, and then you're going to have an area of each town. That's just going to basically be for shops. So, as far as your looting food and water item goes, you know, this is going to be your best place for food and water, you know. In different towns is going to be your Fresco marts. And that's going to basically, if you come in, guys, you know, you just hit these fridge freezers, as you see, canned tomatoes, juice box. You get the idea, guys. Come into the shop, you know. They won't all be this big in different places, but as you can see right now, we're getting food, we're getting water, just from this row. So yeah, guys, hit up your Frisco marts, and then you can also run down to the other shops as well, where you'll find food, you know, like Josh's Calf and stuff like that. Search the little fridge freezer things, as you just saw me doing. That's going to be one of your best places, guys. And then, obviously, if you still need more and stuff after hitting these, you might be able to do it in one town. You know, hit your shop district, and then you can head over to your housing districts, right? Searching houses as well. In the kitchen areas and stuff are going to give you food, water, and you're going to pretty much bang. Like right now I'm in Melrose, so you could come here, you could bang this row out, run down here, loot these houses, and before you know it, you're probably going to be pretty much done. Alright, so bear that in mind when looting food and water items. Now on to looting specific missions. Looting specific weapons missions, alright, guys? So you'll get missions like loot G17s and ARs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to run for a few places where there's going to be your best chances in order to get those, alright? And first one being police stations in any towns, always nice. Alright, guys, so hit those police stations up. Second is going to be military roadblocks. Alright, you can find these in cities, in towns, along the roads, stuff like that. So number 2 is going to be your military roadblocks. Alright, guys, so make sure you're hitting these up constantly. And thirdly, guys, just a few areas that are also going to be, that's going to help you get specific weapons quickly, alright? And that's going to be, airfield is going to be 1, North Military Base is going to be 2, and then your inactive reactors and compounds. So you obviously, you've got an inactive reactor here, you have an inactive compound here, you have an inactive compound here, you have an inactive compound here, and you have an inactive reactor here. Alright, guys, as you know, there is going to be a green robot at your compounds, but you should be able to sneak in, loot some crates, and kind of avoid him. Alright, guys, so between the roadblocks, the police station, and your inactive reactor and compound events, there's going to be a ton of military crates, and you should by then maybe have one run round the map, because you know what it's like when you need one thing, you can never find it, but when you don't need it, you find lots of them. So you know how it be. But yeah, hitting those areas, guys, is going to be nice in order to just get those quick specific weapons, the good looting areas as well. So you can take that in, you know, not just for your weapons, but they are good places to get C4 mats, you know, loot weapons, loot items. But yeah, that's the looting specific weapons missions and places to go and the best things to do. Alright, guys, so let's move on. Okay, guys, now moving on to the looting medical items. I'm going to show you guys right now a nice route. I'm not going to drive to every location, but I will bring up the map and I'll show you a nice route that's going to help you really fastly get these looting medical items. Okay, so as you can see right now, I'm at an inactive reactor event, and I'm down here next to Bakersfield Farms. Every inactive reactor event, or active, once you've finished it, that doesn't really matter, you'll always see 2 tents, and these have a bunch of military storages. As you can see, 1 there. Now it all depends on your RNG. 2, you know, 3. You know, I'm getting pretty good RNG right now. Really good RNG. But yeah, guys, so you can loot these. Every inactive reactor event will have this many, so you can start the route here at this one next to Bakersfield Farms. I'm going to show you right now the routes that you can do. So come to this inactive reactor, Bakersfield Farms, and you want to go from Bakersfield Farms down to this inactive compound here. Then you want to go over to Creator Lab, and every corner of the Creator Lab there's going to be little military camps with 2 tents in each. And then you want to go from the Creator Lab right the way up to this north inactive reactor. Then you want to head over to the north military base. Then you want to head over to the north inactive compound. Then you want to loop down to this compound right here. Then back to this reactor. And then just by doing that circle, you're going to be hitting a lot of medical tents. Alright, guys. And also remember, during this route, make sure you're hitting roadblocks on the roads along the way. But that circle right there, guys, is going to really speed things up. You're going to be getting a lot of medical items. You're going to be getting a lot of stuff. Alright, guys, and that route is very, very effective. So as far as looting those medical items, that route's going to be really fast for you. So if you need to go back to watch that circle again, you can detour off. Of course, this is just what I'm giving you guys, what's best for me, what's worked well for me, and what's really, really effective. But you guys can change the course a little bit if you want to. But that circle right there, guys, it's going to be the best for you when it comes in terms of medical items. Alright, guys, now let's move on. Going on to your looting cash machines, cash registers, and ATM machine missions. Alright, guys. No doubt you've all seen these. You guys further on have definitely got to that 200 cash register quest. You know what I'm saying? It can be brutal, but I'm going to give you guys the best knowledge that I know and kind of an idea, not so much of a route, but you guys get the idea. And before I just do get into this one, guys, I do want to say all this is going to be most effective if you have a vehicle. You need a vehicle to do all these routes, stuff like that, or else it's just going to take you hours on hours on hours longer, because we all know what running simulators like, and you get it. But anyway, guys, you're looting cash registers and ATM missions. Alright, guys, so here I am at the Winchester Mall. Now this mall is going to be your best friend and the highlight of this entire segment. Alright, guys, so if you come to mall, as you can see, cash machine. In the mall alone, guys, there is going to be 20 to 25 ATMs. Alright, so 25 ATMs in every trip, and there's going to be 30 to 40 cash registers within the mall. So check in the shops, every single shop on the bottom floor, every single shop on the top floor. Alright, guys, so run around the mall, 20, 25 ATMs every single time, 30 to 40 cash registers, check every shop, every location inside the mall. And guys, this is a bit of vital information, alright? There is a 15 to 20 minute cooldown in the mall on ATMs and cash registers. Alright, so what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to come to mall. What I tend to do, whichever direction I come in from, so let's say I've just came in from these doors. Alright, so there's another store here, whether you're coming from here or here. What I tend to do, I will walk into here, and I'll leave that one there. And I'll do this because I'll come to this ATM, I'll loot this ATM, I'll loot these shops, I'll loot the ATM, and I'll do an entire circle around the outskirts of the mall till I get back here. Then I'll start hitting all the shops and stuff on the bottom level of the floors. Alright, on the bottom floor. I'll start going in all the shops, looting all the safes. That's another big one as well, guys. The ATM mission, you might just think it's ATMs, but if you come into specific shops, always check beneath the counters and you'll see safes. These also class as an ATM mission. Alright, so do a complete diameter run around the mall, then focus on all the shops on the bottom, then go upstairs in the mall. Alright, and then when you go upstairs in the mall, I've got to watch out because there is a green heavy Zoid in here. But after I've done the entire bottom floor, I'll then come up here to there. There isn't anything in that store, so you don't have to worry about. There is there's about 5 ATMs just in this top store right there. There's 2 safes underneath the desk. So let me just run over here and show you real quick. There is cash registers all along there. There's a safe under that one as well, underneath Burger. There's 2 outside a bank. There's 3 inside a bank. And then you have 2 underneath. Alright guys, so cover all the bottom floor first. Do the top floor. And then during that 10 minutes that you're going to be waiting, what I tend to do, I tend to fly up to Hedgewood. I loot at the gas station. You guys will see the gas stations that look like this on your map. So what I'll do, guys, I'll go outside of Winchester City. If you come to, I think it's here, or on one of the corners, maybe it's here. There's a store with a cash register. You guys can head down to this gas station here if you want to. Get the ATM, because there is 1 ATM and 1 cash register in every gas station. So hit this, fly over to Bakersfield, get the gas station here, you know, and then this gas station, Henderson, you know, this gas station, Hedgewood, that gas station, and then head straight back to Winchester City. So this route, guys, you can do it Mountain View way, wrap round, you know, or you can go down this way. 1, 2, Melrose, this one, Arrowtown, back to Winchester. You know what I mean? It's completely up to you, whatever route you plan. But, like I said, 15 to 20 minutes respawn time around Winchester. So during that time, go hit up 15, 20 minutes worth in that area. Head back to mall, rinse and repeat. Before you know it, you'll have your ATMs done. Best bit of advice as well I can give, maybe do this on a PvE only server. Go through the regions on the servers and try and join a 1 population, 2 population server. Alright. It will may be hard because everyone's got the same similar ideas. And after this video, no doubt more people are going to be doing it as well. So look for a low populated server. Find a vehicle straight away. In my last video, I dropped a vehicle map spawn in there. Go to a spawn, grab a vehicle, and then start planning out that route. Alright guys, whichever works best for you. I'm just giving you what I do. Alright guys, so now let's go on to the... Whilst I'm here, we might as well just go on to the next segment without jumping clip, which is your looting cash mission overall. Alright guys, so as you'll see right here, my mission is collect 75,000 from looting. And yesterday, I just finished the ATMs. So during that, just that ATM mission, guys, you're going to probably get about between 30 and 35,000 from 200 ATMs alone. Alright guys, bearing in mind when I was doing that, I wasn't doing cash registers, which would have probably helped massively, but just from the ATMs alone, expect between 30 and 35k. You can also get cash from killing Zoids and looting them. So loot them straight away, make sure every Zoid you kill. So by you guys doing whatever else you're doing in the world, every time you kill a Zoid, loot them. You do get cash for it. And obviously housing areas and estates in different towns, searching couches, sofas, stuff like that. That's also going to give you cash from looting as well. So your ATMs, your cash registers, killing Zoids and looting them, and like searching in couches and stuff like that. That's where you're going to get cash from all those places. Alright guys, but by doing the math, if you can expect 30k, between 30 and 35 from doing 200 ATMs, 400 ATMs, you know, you're probably looking maybe 500 ATMs if you wanted to just do the ATMs alone, and there you can just relay that route we've just done for the last section on the mission for looting cash registers and ATMs. Alright guys, I know that was a lot, but you can replay the video if you need to. Alright guys, now let's go on to the last one. Now you're looting your supply drop missions. Alright guys, as you can see right now I'm at a radio tower, which is going to come in real mega handy when you want to do it. So if I just do this radio tower real quick. Alright guys, as you'll see I'm about to finish this radio tower. Alright guys, and as you can see an incoming transmission. And what that's going to do guys is call an airdrop on your map. So my best route guys, there isn't really a route plan for this, but as you'll see right now, which came in perfect timing for the video, somebody just did the compound. And compounds give 3 supply drops upon completion. So my best advice guys is hit a compound. You might see 1 or 2 spawn. Once you finish 1, another one might spawn instantly. There might be 2 up. You guys get the idea. Hit the compounds, and whilst you're waiting for a compound to come back and respawn, plan a route for your radio towers. So I've just finished one here, and I would think, depending where I am on the map, I would hit this. I'd hit the compound, right? Then I would, if that one's the only one that's there, I'd hit the compound. Then I'd do a complete lap, hitting the radio towers and hitting the supply drops in a complete circle. I can't really plan a route for you because radio towers spawn all over the place. But kind of see where you are on the map. See where the best circle would be. So if I was down here, I could hit this one, hit this one, hit this one, do the compound, get those 3. And these are up for like 23 minutes, as you can see, 24, 25 minutes, I believe. So just plan your route by hitting the radio towers, hitting the compounds, all in one quick circle. And then by the time you've done a compound, the radio towers are going to be back up. So use that all to your knowledge. Plan a circle that's effective, that's fast. And before you know it, guys, you're going to be hitting those supply drops constantly. Alright? Just rinse and repeat that process. But as far as your looting missions go, guys, that is going to be all of them. Okay, guys, on to the killing missions. Now, the first one is going to be brief. It's going to be quick. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I figured I'd just give you a little bit of insight on it anyway. But your killing deer mission, it says in the title, you got to kill them at Southern Lakes. Alright, guys? So, at Southern Lakes, there will be around 5-6 deer that spawn on a spawn timer of 15 to 20 minutes spawn time. Alright guys, so if you get there before any other player gets there, you'll be able to kill all 5 for your mission in one trip. Alright guys, they will spawn all around it. As you can see, it's not a tiny area, but it's not a huge area, you know what I'm saying? So deer will be just running randomly around Southern Lakes, and I believe there's 5 to 6 there that spawn every 15 to 20 minutes. Alright guys, so just bear that in mind. When you're going down there, if you're like, oh, there's none there, that means somebody's probably already gone and killed them. But just know in 15 to 20 minutes, they will spawn again. Or if you can only kill 3, that's the only place you can get the deer. Just Southern Lakes, that's where you're going to get your mission done. Alright guys, moving on. Now on to the biggest asked question. Where to get bandits? The bandit missions seem very, very long to you guys, but I'm about to change that and change your lives. Alright, so as you can see, I'm at an inactive reactor. Alright guys, I'm at Bakersfield Farms inactive reactor, whether you want to start at this one, whether you want to start at this one. Alright, as you guys know, when you finish a reactor compound, a bandit will spawn. But bandits also spawn at inactive reactors. And I'm going to give you guys the best route, the best advice in order to kill your bandits effectively, fastly, and get this mission out of the way, because when you don't really know this, it can seem very, very long, because you guys might know a bandit can spawn at random in any of the points of interest, right? Any town, city, they can spawn, and to drive around all of those, that's long, right? But with this strat that I'm about to show you, you're going to get it done fast and effectively, okay? So as you can see, I'm in the inactive reactor. Best advice, do a complete lap around in your car first. If he's not on the outside, he will be on the inside somewhere. Alright, guys. I did just hear him shoot. I don't have any ammo to shoot him, but there he is. Alright, guys. So, kill the bandit here at this inactive reactor. And then what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to drive from here all the way over to this reactor. Now, this works better when there isn't a reactor compound up. But if this has just been done, you have about 40 minutes till another one respawns. And in that time, I do believe that you will get all the bandits you need to get for your mission. Alright, so start here or start there, whichever one. And then just literally go up to this inactive reactor, kill this bandit. And then by the time you drove all the way back down to this reactor, this bandit's going to be respawned again. And you can literally just boom, 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 keep back and forth in it. Alright, guys? And let me tell you, that's a lot more effective and time efficient than driving around all the POIs in hopes that there's going to be a bandit there. So whichever direction you start, kill the bandit, go up, back down, and by the time you get back and forth to each one, the bandit is going to be back there, respawned, waiting for you to kill. Alright, guys, so that's probably... I've seen that question asked so many times, and that's probably the best advice in regards to this mission that I can give you. Okay, guys, on to killing your Zoid missions. Now, I don't really have to be anywhere or any specific place for this mission. If the mission is just kill Zoids, kill any Zoids, not a specific one, we'll get onto that next, but killing any Zoids, guys, your best bet is going to be your active reactor compound events. There's going to be 30 Zoids there. A compound event, you're going to have 30 Zoids there. So between those two right there, there's 60 Zoids. Alright, guys. North Military Base, you've got a lot there as well. So, in theory, if your guys' map look like mine right now, compound, North Military Base, reactor, that right there is a good chunk of Zoids. Obviously, if you're playing solo, you're going to get them all to yourself. If you're playing in a squad, then it's going to take a bit longer. But, in theory, like, this would be perfect right now if I was doing this mission. Also, guys, the airfield has a bunch of Zoids as well. Prison is a good place, but I'm going to get to that in the next segment. But as far as just killing any Zoids, compounds 30, reactors 30, North Military Base, airfield, just between those four, there's going to be more than enough Zoids for you guys to hammer away at. Alright, so now let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, now we're going on to the specific missions when it comes to Zoids. And you guys have probably seen this mission, and you're probably on this mission, which is killing Stalker Zoids. Now, guys, the Stalker Zoids are the blue ones, right? And the best place in the game for Stalker Zoids is going to be the prison, right? So the prison, I believe there's going to be probably 15 to 20 just Stalker Zoids in this area. There's going to be 2 heavy Zoids, and there's going to be, I'd like to say 15 to 20 blue Stalker Zoids. Alright, now your Stalker Zoids, this is where you're going to want to hit, alright, every single time when you start in a route. But hit the prison, you're going to get 15 to 20, you know, airfield's probably going to have about 4 or 5, North Military Base is going to have 4 to 5 Stalker Zoids, alright guys, you probably see 1 or 2 in each city, town, but as far as, you want to try and get as many as you can as quick as you can, alright, so maybe hit the prison, go over to airfield, get the 4 or 5 there, and then come back to prison. That route could work. If you want to go a bit further out the way, prison, airfield, military base, then back down to prison, right? But like I said, prison's going to be your main priority when you're on the Stalker-only mission, as I don't even think there's any common red Zoids here. I think it's all blue Stalkers and 2 heavies. Alright guys, so keep that route in mind, keep this area in mind when it comes to Stalkers. You know, your compound events, you're going to get probably 3 or 4. And your reactor events, you're probably going to get 3 or 4. Alright guys, so bear that in mind. There's going to be, you know, a fewer military base, fewer airfield, 3 or 4 your compound and reactor events, and then you're going to have probably 15 to 20 at the prison. Alright guys, so that's going on to just your specific Stalker killing missions. Alright, now as far as, whilst we're here, we might as well go straight into the next segment. Killing a Stalker Zoid, or any type of Zoid with a drone. I don't have a drone on me right now, guys, but I can show you exactly what to do, alright? I don't have any ammo either, So I've had to kill Zoids for this video with a hammer. But what you're going to want to do when you kill it with a drone, guys, you could do when you're at prison. You know, just get one, pull them, just run away. Put your fists on, completely pull them out of the aggro zone. And as soon as you get out of the aggro zone, you'll see any second now that this blue Zoid is going to stop. You're going to want to stand there, shoot him a little bit. Don't shoot him too much, shoot him a little bit. And then come back in. When he pulls your attention again, he should be limping. When he's walking, not sprinting, when he's walking, he will be at the perfect prime time for you to blow him up with a drone. Alright, guys, so come out, shoot him, you know, 6-7 times, pop back in, see how he's acting. If he chases me. Oh, he's jumping on that. But you get the idea, right, guys? Pull him out the aggro zone, shoot him 6-7 times, come back in, see if he's limping yet. As soon as he's limping, come back out the aggro zone because he's not going to hurt you. Go into your inventory, fly your drone, go up to him, and then press J on your keyboard. J for Juice, J for Jennifer, J for just subscribe to the channel, just like the video. You guys get the idea, alright? So that's going to be the best advice I can give on doing that mission easily and effectively. Alright, guys? Okay, guys, on to the last mission of this video, which is going to be ending on a bang pretty much. And that's killing your heavy Zoid missions. Whether it's 1, 10, 75, whichever one it is. This is going to be the easiest, fastest route to do possible. As you can see right now, guys, we are at the Crater Lab. Alright? We're at the Crater Lab, and at every corner of the Crater Lab, one there, one down there, one the other side, and then one there as well. Alright, so there is one heavy Zoid on every single corner. And this is the exact route you're going to want to do. He's coming towards me and I got no bullets. But this route is what you're going to want to do. Come to the Crater Lab, kill these 4 on each corner, go over to the airfield, kill these 2 that spawn at the airfield, then come right back to the Crater Lab, and then all 4 of these guys will be spawned again. These guys actually respawn really fast. So that's simple from here to there, back to here, back to there. That's 4, 5, that's 6. That's 6 Zoids in the space of what? 10 minutes? From here to here, kill all 4, airfield, kill 2, come back to Crater Lab, kill 4, back to airfield, kill 2. And before you know it, I got my mission done so quick doing this strategy. Very time effective, just very effective overall. So that's pretty much the wrap, guys. Crater Lab to airfield and back again. Just keep doing that, rinse and repeat. These guys spawn back really quick. And also, there is, like I said earlier, for the medical, there's 2 tents either side. So you can run in there, you know, get some loot. There is also really good loot around these 4 camps. So just, you might as well loot them whilst you're here. Alright, guys, but that's, as far as missions go, that is a wrap. Alright, guys, but in addition, guys, in addition to everything I've covered in this video, remember, you can also try and figure things out yourself. This is just what works best for me, what I've advised all my friends on, what I've found most effective to do your missions, especially solo. You get everything to yourself, you don't need to worry about sharing and stuff like that, alright? Yes, things can be run better as a squad and with your friends, but if you just want to get them banged out, especially on weekends like this weekend being triple XP, you know, at the time of doing the video, of course. But yeah, you guys can always figure out, you can adjust the routes, you can change things. It's completely down to you guys. Like I said, I'm just going off what works best for me, alright? And like I said earlier, keep everything. All the rewards you get from the quests, claim them in a safe place, but keep everything. Because you'll be surprised at how many pages go by and then everything you got prior you need to either sell or, you know, do something like that. So keep everything, alright, guys? But as far as doing missions the most effective and fastest way, like I said, I wasn't going over every single mission in the game, just the categories and the types of missions there are in XERA. Alright, guys, but that's the wrap. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It helps me out massively. Leave a comment. I'm answering questions daily. A lot of questions on the game. If you have any questions, if there's anything you want me to cover, if you've got a suggestion, what you think would make a great video for yourself and everybody else to watch, feel free, fire away. Guys, turn on those notifications. I really do appreciate it. You guys are great. I'm out of here. And as always, guys, God bless. And I'll see you next video. Take care.
You'll be my queen for everyone to see.